Hello.
Dear all audience around the world.
Dr.
Parents,
Usha, please
yeah.
wait, please wait. I haven't given you the sign yet.
Oh.
Dr. Supriya, please post it.
Yes, I have to post in a chat box.
In 3E, not chat box, in 3E forum.
Dr.
3
Binu,
education forum.
Dr. Binu, she doesn't have. Just send to me if you have, Dr. Supriya. I already told her that she will introduce herself. Why are you disturbing now?
Okay, okay, let her introduce herself.
Yeah,
Okay, so
recording the event, right?
Okay, so it's better that I can introduce myself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, she will
So-
call you. Dr. Supriya, when you are
Uh-huh.
called, the host call you, then you introduce. Okay?
Yeah, sure,
Okay,
sure,
now next,
sure, dear.
Dr. Supriya, you can start.
Yeah. Dear all audience around the world, parents, educators, and students, welcome to the Real Talk Show with Experts, hosted by Dr. Binu Thomas and also Coach Shyama Marikar. This time we are having a difference in the kind of we are organizing the forum today. I am academician, Professor Dr. Spresa Delia from Albania, Senior Education Officer at Elegant Empire Education. I am an international speaker, trainer, ambassador of wellness. Welcome again to our education and lifestyle journey towards 2030. This forum is powered by Elegant Empire Education, Malaysia, a prestigious educational-based organization which focuses on quality education for all, regardless race, country, and religion. Our idealistic and visionary founder, Ambassador Professor Esther Mala, focuses on upholding a quality education that develops individuals from all walks of life to their potential, which ignites curiosity, enriches knowledge, and nurture personal and professional growth. Her vision matches with the mission of Elegant Empire Education as it curates a diverse range of online meetings and summits, workshops, webinars, and training sessions led by experts and outstanding leaders from various fields of life. Elegant Empire Education creates an inclusive and supportive environment, and by harvesting the power of technology and innovation, and through this platform, we aim to collaboratively organize educational events that will enhance knowledge dissemination, skill development, and fostering a lifelong learning global community. We strictly follow the slogan, quality education for all. Now the floor is given to Dr. Binu Thomas to introduce the prominent panelists. So the floor is yours, Dr. Binu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Spresha Delija, for opening the event, as well as for introducing me or handing over the microphone to me. Thank you. And thank you, Dr. Esther Mala, for giving me this opportunity to host the talk show with the experts. Today, it's, as she said, it's a very special day. as we have 4 panelists. And to start with, I am Dr. Binu Thomas from India, joining on this particular theme today. And I would describe myself as an open and honest person who doesn't believe in misleading other people and tries to be fair in everything I do. So to start with, we have the first panelist here, Dr. Supriya Pathak. The floor is yours now, Dr. Supriya Pathak, the first panelist.
Yes.
And we have, before going to the next panelist, I would like to start with your first question so that we will not waste any time. We have 4 panelists here. So I think we should move on to Dr. Supriya's first question. Let me start. What are the war crimes and crimes against humanity?
Dr. Binu, you are supposed
Yes.
to allow her to introduce herself.
Yeah. So, Dr. Supriya, she will answer the question. But before that, she'll introduce herself to the platform here today. Dr. Supriya, please.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Professor Dr. Binu Thomas. I am Dr. Supriya Pathak, and first of all, I am a very dearest friend of Professor Dr. Esther Mala. So thank you very much, dear, for inviting me in this global platform. I am truly blessed to have myself in this global platform. Uh, if I talk about my introduction, so my introduction is simple. First of all, I am a human, which we can say that a human who knows love, who knows humanity first, and who believes in a sustainable development, right? So, and if I talk about my uh, professional and a workplace. So I am an assistant professor in a very renowned university of Central India. I am located in a Madhya Pradesh, Indore. Indore is the very cleanest city, the most cleanest city of India. And in a Oriental University, Indore, I am serving as the president of Institution Innovation Council. And this council is registered in the government of India. I am also an innovation ambassador in the Ministry of Education Government of India's SAIL, which known as Innovation SAIL. Apart from this, I am also believe in foreign collaborations. So I have served in many organizations. Like I have also served in the World Book of Records, London, as a director foreign affairs. I have also served in a quality certification London as a director foreign affairs. And for the past 3 years, I am associated with the Witty Gossip Association. This is a platform where great mind discuss ideas. And with the organization of Witty Gossip, I am serving them to host a very renowned global sustainable development summit. And uh, under my leadership and guidance, with the help of other leaders also, global leaders also, the team Witty Gossip successfully organized uh, 3 parts of the summit. And in these 3 parts of summit around the world, around 140 or one we can say that 160 plus speakers from the different parts of the world, they joined the summit. They enjoy, they learn. And basically this summit is also known for uh, its fairness. So that's all about my introduction. Now, as Professor Bindu
Thank you.
Thomas.
Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. Supriya, for your self-introduction. You are a person with great integrity. So now, today, we are really fortunate to have you here as one of the panelists. Now, before taking too much of time, let me just start with your first question. I'll repeat the question once again. That is, what are war crimes and crimes against humanity. Why? Because we are celebrating the International Day for preventing of exploitation of environment and humanitarian impacts in war. So the question is yours. The floor is yours. Now you can give
Okay.
your views
So,
on.
yeah, so it's a very, very intellectual question. And actually, this is the dire need of this ultra modern business world. The question is, what is a war crime? So, according to Google, according to ChatGPT, the definition of war crime is it is a violation of the laws of war that gives rise to individual criminal responsibility and for actions by combatants in actions such as internationally killing civilians or internationally killing of the humanity. So this is the war crime. And if if I would like to elaborate this war crime more, so we can elaborate the war crime as a internationally killing prisoners of war, tortures, taking hostages, unnecessarily destroying civilian properties. Okay. Or we can say that the wartime sexual violences, these are also the type of war crime. Mass killing is also a kind of war type. And the ethnic cleansing is also a type of war crime. And apart from this, many Muslim dominated countries also have the practices to to have the children, very young children, in their military base camp. So this is also known as a war crime. And the destructions and the proportionality, we can say that violation of the sovereignty is also uh, uh, is also the part of the war crime. And the second, we can say that the associated question, that why we can just hold on. Yes, the associated question is that,
Crimes against humanity.
yes, crimes against humanity. So as I described, that if the dominated countries, like there are many dominated countries. If I'm talking about the Syria, and if I'm talking about our neighbor country Pakistan, okay, so these are the countries, they never think about the future of small kids, future of our children. Okay, they don't bother about our future generation, and they just try to have more and more militants in their military base camps. And these kind of militants, these kind of military persons are the children. So in my opinion, to have the children in the militaries, it's really, really a big war crime against the humanity. Apart from this, uh, we have to focus on the practices of mass killing, because recently here I would like to light on the mass killing in New Zealand. In the New Zealand, there is a mosque, and in the particular mosque, several uh, several Muslims were killed by different terrorists. So, and if recently, if I want, I would like to talk about the Israel war. So the Gaza, we can say that the killing several people
Dr. Supriya, are you there?
Oh,
I
I
think
think
there's
she
some.
got disconnected.
Then
It's
just
okay. Yeah, we can carry on. Let her
networking.
come back and then we can go back to her. I think.
Wow.
Okay. Did she
So,
answer all the questions?
So she has almost, so as she has explained, her
Okay,
question
just
was
carry
war
on.
crimes.
Just carry on. Wait
That
for her
is
to come back.
maybe, it is, war crimes is something that is committed during an armed conflict where crimes against humanity can be committed both in times of war as well as in peace. And the humanity part, crimes against humanity, the crime against humanity may be committed against nationals of any state, including the state's own national, if the state takes part in the attack. So I think now I will thank you, Doctor. Should we wait or should we go to the next question, next
Oh,
panelist?
just sit back to Doctor's pressure.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Supriya. So we will, I will hand over the microphone to Coach Shiyama for her for asking the question to the second panelist.
Yeah.
Dr. Spresha,
Okay,
you can start.
Supriya, please take over the podium.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, so thank you. Now let's go on with the other panelists as well. And I guess it's time for Coach Shyama Marikat to introduce her panelists. The first one that she has chosen and to address the questions to the panelists. So, the floor is yours now, Coach Shyama. Thank you so much for being today.
Thank you very
Dr.
much.
Supriya is coming back. Yeah, she's back. Just ask her word whether she's done with that so that we can proceed. Koshiyama,
Yes, can I proceed?
you ask her. She's back.
Dr. Supriya, are you there online? Dr. Supriya,
Yes, I am online. Yes.
Okay.
Are you done?
If you could please conclude because of the time restriction before Dr.
So in the conclusion, I just want to say that this is our moral responsibility that we have to focus on these kind of war crimes and see if we give our valuable time to the victim of this war crime, so definitely the whole world become a paradise. So we have to take our first step to become to become a very responsible person against these kind of war crime. So thank you very much, and I am sincerely I offer my sincere apology for this network issue. Thank you very much.
Okay. We can understand. Thank you, Dr. Supriya Patak, for joining us today and giving valuable information regarding this topic. Now without taking much more time, I'll hand over the microphone to Coach Shyama for asking asking questions to the second panelist.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Dr. Binu again. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, everyone, and all the panelists present here and all the global audience. Very warm welcome again to the special forum today. My name is Shyama Marikar. I'm a teacher, trainer, and NLP practitioner. I'm also an education officer at Elegant Empire Education. Today, we have a special forum to talk about war and how it affects the environment and human, right? So to talk about more elaborately, we have another two panelists. So let me introduce our second panelist today. She is Madam Jasmine. She is a teacher. She's all the way from Vietnam. In a national school, she teaches English, and she's an international speaker as well. So, Madam Jasmine, warm welcome again to the forum. Very good evening to you. Okay,
So,
hello everyone. Hello everyone.
welcome.
Okay, I'm Sasmin from Vietnam, and I'm an English teacher in primary school, and I'm very happy. And so thank you, Dr. Ethel Mala is my friend and invite me in so meeting today.
Okay,
Thank you so
very
much, Doctor. And I want to say welcome and hello all doctor and professional here, and Madam and Mr. here. Okay, and say hello.
Yes. Now, as the today's topic goes on, International Day for Preventing Exploitations of Environment and Humanitarian Impacts in War. Now, Dr. Supriya, she has put her thoughts on what is war, what's going on around the world. Now, I would like to ask you. Now, there are things that happens in the world according to the rules, right? So, what are the basic rules of international humanitarian law? And because there should be laws, otherwise it won't be a global show, right? So, what are the basic rules of international humanitarian law?
Okay, and today I just said something about international humanitarian law. Okay, we know international humanitarian law also so INL. Here set a rule exists to limit the efforts of armed
Can you
conflicts.
please speak louder? You're too sweet.
I'm sorry, because today so very bad.
Can we? Oh, is it? Oh,
I will try.
try.
Another. Okay. International humanitarian law is a short ISL. It assess approve the statute to limit the efforts of armed conflicts and protect individuals who are not or are longer taking part in the hostilities. Here are some of basic rules of RLS. Number one, limitations. Order to accomplish must it is between combatant and civilian and keeping civilian officers for military objective. Only combatant and military objective can be targeted. And number two, proportionality. CE of force must be proportional to the military advantage expected to be gained excessive or disproportionate for force either prohibited. And number three, precaution in attack. Person must be touched for festival precautions to minimize harm to civilian and civilian officers. They must keep only when security permits. And so, number four, prohibition of indiscriminate attack. It is prohibited to law attack and cannot be directed and specific military objective or certainly harm civilian and discriminatory. And number five, prohibition of using human shields. Persons are prohibited from using civilian to shield military objectives or operations. And so number six, prohibition of water and siege. The water and siege whether military and civilians must be provided with medical care and protections. And 07, protection of prisoner of war. Combatants who are captains must be treated humanly and afforded certain protections. And number 8, protection of civilians.
citizens must be spared from the efforts of quantity to the British and possible. And number 9, prohibition of total and indeterminate treatment. Total prejudgment and other forms inhuman treatment are strictly prohibited. And number 10, respect of cultural property. Cultural property, including museum, shrine, and historical monuments, must be protected. Okay, and 11, protection the nature environment. Partner must be take measure protection nature environment against which express long-term and several damage. And number 12, prohibition of attack on humanitarian worker and facility. Humanitarian worker, including medical personnel and air worker, and must be respected and protected. And number 13, respect to majority, natural stage, and their national must be respected and protected. Okay, and several deliverable from various international agreements, including the Geneva Conventions of the National Protocol, they aim to mitigate the suffering caused by animal conflicts and promote human contact during time of the war. And Vietnam is the one country introduced the war in Japan. I think that was right humanitarian important. Thank you. So question number 1.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, you have mentioned many laws there. All laws are created for human well-being, right? Maybe it's for war, but there are certain rules. But are they following that? That's the point here. People suffer. That's very beautifully you mentioned. There are provisions about civil protection and respecting the people, children, and also you mentioned clearly the environment. But are they bothered about it? These countries who are involved in this kind of war and crime, do they consider these things? It's a good reminder, I think. Thank you very much, Madam Jasmine. And let me move on to the next question for you. What do you think? What kinds of human rights are commonly violated in an armed conflict?
Yeah. Human
Shall I
rights.
Excuse
I
me,
think we have
are
to
you
move to the
asking? Are you asking?
the second question.
No.
Yeah.
Now pass back to Dr. Binu.
Okay, no problem.
Yes.
Then I'll come back again.
Let's come back. Give
Second
us some
round.
rest. Yes.
Thank you very much, Madam Jasmine. Let me hand over the podium to Dr. Binu. Dr. Binu?
Okay, thank you, Dr. Coach Shyama. We really enjoyed Miss Jasmine. I think Jasmine and me met at Thailand for a conference. Are you the same person, Miss Jasmine? Were you there for the IOER conference at Thailand? No, she's not there. Okay, so moving to the third panelist, here we have Dr. Raja Rao Pagdapalli, the third panelist for today's session. And to introduce, I think we will need 2 or more sessions. He's got a long list of introduction, but I'll just speak about him a little bit. Dr. Raja Rao Pagdipalli is a multifaceted individual, renowned for his tireless efforts in promoting world peace, championing social causes, and empowering communities through skills training. As a dedicated short filmmaker, he uses his artistic talents to raise awareness on various pressing issues and advocate for positive change. Dr. Raja Rao's relentlessly work towards creating a more equitable and compassionate world. and his dedication, creativity, and unwavering commitment to positive social change have made him a prominent figure in the global arena, inspiring hope and driving collective efforts for a better future. And one important thing I would like to mention, Dr. Raja Rao Pagdapalli recently organized the second edition of the 18-day World Peace Summit 2023, which commenced on 1st May 2023. And this summit has become the seed that must be grown into a large tree with branches of peace, culture, justice, understanding, forgiveness, tolerance, and love. And this summit aimed to promote SDGs to serve humanity and violence in building a peaceful world without poverty. So without taking much time, I would like to go to Dr. Raja Rao's first question. Welcome to the podium. Welcome to the platform, Dr. Raja Rao.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you so much.
So the first question for you is, what is the purpose of International Day for preventing exploration of the environment in war and armed conflict?
Thank you, Excellency. First of all, I would like to say congrats to the entire team and the members, panelists who joined this program, because this is the one which has to be discussed. Because we always talk about sustainable development goals. After SDG 1, the next comes SDG 13, climate action. Because these two are the sustainable development goals which are connecting all 17. Because humanity's survival depends on these two goals, especially on SDG 13. Because it makes, it breaks. We have to talk about the International Day for preventing the exploitation of the environment in war and armed conflict. Because we know when something goes wrong between two countries, we talk about the casualties. We talk about the people who are died, the people who are injured, and the property loss, damages, and we see everything in monetary. If something is damaged, we count the people, we count the casualties, and there is a number for each and everything. Because when there are numbers, the number says that something has had happened. But you know, there is one thing, there is one factor without any numbers, because that is ignored. That is ignored during wars and conflicts. That is environment. So the environment which we are ignoring today, we are all surviving because of the nature, because of the environment. But if we ignore it, already we are ignoring it, but if we ignore it, we have to see the consequences. We have to face the consequences. The UN has decided to create awareness on this exploitation, making one special day for that. That is 6th November, we all know that. Actually, Binu Thomas ma'am earlier said that it was on 6th November, but due to some circumstances, that date changed. But anyway, whatever the date it may be, but we have to address the issue. That is the first thing. Because we have to count how the nature is being affected during the wartime conflicts. Because if we take the example of Japan, after Hiroshima and Nagasaki incident, you know, the disaster, it has its impact the decades to come. Because it doesn't end on that particular day. Hiroshima, Nagasaki in 1940s in the Second World War. That incident happened. Okay, the consequences are being faced by the people. That is also accepted. But the generations, the coming generations, the next generations, still they are under the impact of that atomic war. Because once the nature is polluted, once the environment is get affected, it has its impact on the generations to come. Because we don't have any right. The mistake was done in the year 1940s, but the people are being affected in the 2020s. Very sad thing. If you see the conflict between Israel and Palestine, the news, if you see the news, very saddest part in human history, the deaths, the children, the kids. Apart from all these, they are poisoning the nature. Actually, the nature has its own way of protecting itself. We don't know that. We are thinking that we are damaging the water, we are damaging the air. We think that we are damaging everything that comes in our way. We can do it at one level. We cannot harm nature because we are thinking that we are doing it, but the nature has its own way of handling all these. We are thinking, what is with us if something goes wrong between Israel and Palestine? What is for us if something goes wrong between Russia and Ukraine? When nature is getting affected, it follows a butterfly effect. If something goes wrong in Russia, it affects India. If something goes wrong in Ukraine, it affects all neighboring European countries. If something goes wrong in Israel and Palestine, it affects all US states. We should not ignore because it has its own impact because we are all connected by nature, the same environment. So we should not ignore. If we are ignoring these wars or these conflicts, which means one day nature is going to solve its own problem, which means we can see all natural calamities in a fraction of seconds. You believe it or not, there was one earthquake in India that happened in the beginning of 2000. When the 2002 YK started in Gujarat, Bhuj, that was the saddest part in Indian history because billionaires become, in single day, they become hopeless people. Some people have become beggars even because they are begging for foods. We think that today we are everything, we are almighty, we can do anything with our power, we think so. But once the nature starts adjusting itself, we cannot cope up with the challenges posed by the nature. So we should be very careful regarding this of water because water pollution very dangerous, air pollution very dangerous, sound pollution very dangerous. You know, we celebrate festivals with a lot of sounds, a lot of noise. We are taking this nature up to a level where it wants to adjust or where it wants to handle its own problems. But if nature starts handling its own problems, we cannot live on this planet.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
So we should be very careful because all wars are happening because of natural resources. I'm concluding it. All wars are happening because of natural resources. Because the exploitation, overusage, fraudulent means of usage, that has to be stopped. Otherwise, we have to face all the consequences. Thank you, Excellencies.
Thank you, Dr. Rajarao Pagdipalli, for your enlightening information regarding this topic, and your positive attitude and the willingness to go above and beyond for a very positive answer. It is still the highlight of the conference, and we will continue to remain uh, uh, relevant in this topic. And for me also, I feel that protecting the environment is essential to preserving peace, as you have said. And on this International Day for Preventing the Exploitation of Environment in War and Armed Conflict, we recognize the environment as yet another victim of war. And military activity, as we know, has significant impacts on the environment. Not only can war be destructive to the social environment, but military activities produce extensive amount of greenhouse gases and cause resource depletion. Thank you, Dr. Raja Pagdipalli. And now I hand over the platform to Coach Yama for the next panelist.
Yeah, but sorry, Dr. Bino. So before handing it to her floor to Coach Yama, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Esther Mala, because she has a question to address to the panelists as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Bino.
Yeah,
Thank
you, Dr. Spresha. I think I would let Dr. Dennis to go first, because he's waiting very long. Koshiyama, please proceed. After he has answered, then you pass back to Dr. Spresha and I will ask a question. Yeah? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much, both the professors. Now, let's start with our third panelist, Dr. Dennis Kamata. He is from Philippines, right? Yes. He's a doctor in several fields, philosophy in educational management, business administration, and he's also a dean, director, and professor in prestigious institutions. He also has a list of things to say, but still short and sweet. He is a person, he's in the educational field, he's an expert. So for you, my question, sir, what is the role of human in environment protection, according to you?
Good evening, dear panelists, especially to Professor Dr. Esther Mala and Professor Dr. Binu.
Yeah, we met at Sydney, I think. Did we meet at Sydney?
Yes, no, in Singapore. IOER in Singapore last month,
in
September 29. Yes. Yes. So thank you very much for inviting me to be one of the panelists for this International Day for Preventing for Exploitation of Environment and Humanitarian Impact in War. But with regards to the question on the role of humans in environmental protection, well, since I came from the Philippines, well, my example would be coming from the Philippines as well, but maybe through my sharing, the panelists and the audience can get something from what I'm going to share. Particularly in the Philippines, so individuals have the vital role to play in environmental protection due to the Philippines, our country's unique environmental challenges and biodiversity. So one is responsible consumption. So in the Philippines, we are practicing the reduce, reuse, and recycle to minimize the waste. So this is like we opt to produce with minimal packaging as much as possible. And we are choosing eco-friendly alternatives to reduce the use of single-use plastics. Like the government is participating very much on this, like by passing an ordinance that use of excessive plastic is prohibited in a certain city or municipality in every part of the Philippines. Then next to that is the support for sustainable fisheries. I'm sure everyone is aware that a source of livelihood in the Philippines came from agriculture and in fishing also. So as a nation of islands, responsible fishing is crucial. So support sustainable fishing practices. So that's we can help. So avoid the like purchasing endangered or illegally caught seafood and follow fishing regulations. So maybe that's the contribution we can give for the fisheries. With regards to, in connection with that, forest and mangrove conservation. So Filipinos are participating in reforestation and mangrove conservation efforts. Trees and mangroves help combat erosion. We all know that. So it protects against storm surges and provide habitats for diverse wildlife. Another is the plastic pollution awareness. So most of the agencies and government as well as educational institution in the Philippines raise awareness about the issue of plastic pollution. And they're encouraging community cleanup activities. So we are supporting the local initiatives that aims to reduce plastic waste.
Thank you very much,
So,
Doctor,
yeah.
for that
Okay.
wonderful insight. Yes, there are many things we can do if only we care for the environment, right? Wherever it is, it would be Philippines, or it would be Sri Lanka, it's my country, then India, Malaysia, wherever it is. It's our most and foremost responsibility to take care of the environment, because the place where we live in, right? With this, let me hand over the podium to Dr. Sprisha. Dr. Sprisha? Dr. Sprisha, are you there?
She's muted. Okay.
I was muted. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Esther Mala to address some questions to the panelists, because all the talks are brilliant, and also they need a little bit more exploration. So her question is going to help us more to go deeper into the development of the questions. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Sprisha. Thank you so much. Please, Dr. Raja and Dr. Supriya, can you come back to the screen? We'll just have a short chat, yeah? Not too serious, but just an exchange of opinion. Okay, now the war is going on. It's not only in Ukraine, it's not only in between Israel and Palestine. You know how many spots? I think yesterday I was watching news. More than 60 spots around the world. Whether it is international, country between another country, or even civil war. You see? So all over the world, people are still at war with each other. Okay. So do you think by us voicing like this, by conducting this, carrying the placard and telling people, and all that, could stop them? Do you think can stop them? Can we hear from any one of you? A short ones, yeah? Then I'll go to, I'll continue a bit. Let your talk first. Dear panelists, anybody want to answer? Just tell. Okay, since you all don't want to ask, I will ask Dr. Raja. Dr. Raja?
Yes, Excellency.
Yeah?
Excellency, thank you so much for arranging this program.
No,
You are so good.
are you not going to answer this question?
Yes, I will answer anyway.
Please answer. Please answer.
But I want to
We are
thank
running
you
out.
first of all, so that you can ask me some lighter vein question. That's what I think.
Some? Oh, okay. So how about you, Dr. Dennis?
The answer which I can answer.
Okay, you can answer. You can answer.
Yes.
You want to answer this question, which I just asked?
Maybe you can repeat the question once again, Dr. Mala.
Okay, I will just ask, okay? Now, war is everywhere. It's not only these few countries involved.
Yes, everywhere.
Okay? So do you think by us holding up seminars like this, or people in real physical life carrying up, throwing that, throwing this, protesting and all that, okay, can stop these powers from going ahead?
Yes, Excellency, surely. Because the action has to start in some form. Because everyone cannot arrange programs like this. Because we think that it is a small initiative. But people, those who are outside, they know the magnitude of this program. So we should not ever think that any attempt to do best to our society or to the planet Earth, it's not minute. It's a bigger one, but it takes time. It takes time to analyze or understand or perceive the magnitude. But we have to start, because if you want to go for 10 miles, you have to start with a single step. So that is the step we are doing. What we are doing today is, that is the step. So one step is there. Today 10 people, and tomorrow it can be 50, 100, 1,000, because it can be reached to millions of people in no time. So the trial has to start. Okay, we have to start the work. Then work speaks many things, but it takes time. But we should not stop. We should not turn back. Okay.
I do agree. What you say is well, every single step, we have to make at least a small effort, according to what Dr. Raja mentioned. Okay, you are right in what you are saying. Okay, there's no right or wrong answer. Okay, this is only some sharing.
Yes, our opinion.
Yeah, our opinion and sharing. Yeah. Okay. How about Dr. Dennis? You want to answer?
Yes, Professor Dr. Esther. So in the Philippines, from the Philippine experience, we believe in the power of people, because we've used the people power. If you still remember the time of the former president Joseph Estrada, so when he was ousted in the position, so the people gathered together in the along the Epifanio de los Santos Avenue, or the what we call the EDSA, and they bring peace instead of bringing guns and tanks. So they bring rosary and flowers and offer to the military. So, and through that, the President Estrada saw that the people unite. So it's like on his own initiative, he just stepped down and leave the position, leave the presidency. So the power of the people is very strong. So I believe.
Fantastic answer. Or it's almost same as what Dr. Raja has said, but it's in a different form. Of course, always Philippines, a very good example you gave. Yeah, it's also a very good example. Now, shall we go to our beautiful Dr. Supriya?
Yes, thank you, dear Dastara. In my opinion, so my country, Bharat, my country, India, is the best example of the humanity, peace. And if I would like to talk about our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so actually, with his wisdom words, with his blessings, India only believes on ahimsa. Ahimsa, that means we don't believe in wars. right? So we are the fellow citizen, and we are on the path of ahimsa. So and in India there is a very famous proverb, and this proverb says ahimsa parmo dharma, right? And even in India there are lots of we can say that citizens who actually not dare to kill any small insects. Here I would like to give the example of Jainism. They believe that we don't want to kill any insects, any home insects like mosquitoes, like ants, right? So with this very holy country, I believe we only focus on the sustainable development of the world, and we have to just deny these kind of war crimes. So thank you, dear Astara, for giving me this
Wonderful.
golden opportunity. Yes.
Brilliant sharing, brilliant sharing. And all our panelists have shared. Oh, except, yeah. And Teacher Jasmine, you want to say anything? If you don't feel comfortable, it's okay. We excuse you. Please, you are muted, dear. Please on your mic. You talk only if you can talk, okay?
Okay. Today I'm very sorry because
Yeah, I
I
know
need
you're
I
not
need to
well.
go out.
Yes,
No,
I know you sing with your
okay.
students, you jump with your students, you know. Obviously, this can happen. It's
As I
okay.
sit without the teaching, I am a lot of text in my school, and
Okay.
I think when I finish in 6 months. I must finish in 6 months, which
Okay.
is so good a lot of.
Yeah, do you think that by doing this kind of a webinar or forum, or this is a very peaceful way, right? How about carrying placard, you know, protesting on the road, burning that, burning this, all this can stop the power of the world or the whoever we are at war change?
In my
Do
opinion,
you think? Do you
okay,
think?
in my opinion, okay, I think I want to talk about only Vietnamese. Okay, you know, Vietnamese have only the party. Party is a code that goes out. It's a party Vietnam, the only one. So we believe government, our government.
Yes.
And maybe the power follow and we follow people in Vietnamese follow government and so believe so much and not again. Okay, is that
Great.
right? Nothing.
Great,
Thank
great.
you.
I actually wanted to share something like this. This is one of the point, okay? Something new which is not shared, and thank you is so much. Okay, let me tell you, okay? This is my opinion, okay? As an individual, okay, I may be wrong, but I think by us doing like this, if you want to voice out, do it peacefully. Okay, do it peacefully, and like what our teacher Jasmine mentioned, follow what your government. Now we are talking about international. In your country, like what Dr. Dennis mentioned just now, the people gathered and show that they are not happy with what's going on or with the leader or whatever. Peacefully, they voice out their protests. Okay, that can be done in your country. But when you, like now you see the war is going on between Israel and Palestine. We don't know who is right, who is wrong. We only follow the media, right? Do you think by us screaming, carrying the placard and showing we are against this country, we are only going to create more problem, more fire going to be there. And people between the two countries will be at clash. They see anywhere, they cut each other. They kill each other. You see, this will only aggravate situation. You see, so because you can't stop the world power. You see, this kind of protests have been on from those days itself, from Hitler's time. But all these people who decided to go for war, they never stopped, right? So what, as a good citizen, I feel, as a good citizen, We leave it to our government to do that. We don't take law into our hands. Okay? We are not the master of our country. We are citizens of the country. Like what teacher Jasmine say, it's a high wisdom for every citizen. Follow, let your country leader to do that part. Yeah, of course, like what Dr. Supriya Pathak also mentioned, peaceful way is the best. So we as are the citizens of our country, we have to submit to our leaders. That's, you know, whether you have king or you have a prime minister, submit to them. Yeah, submit to them. Let them do the work. They can protest. They are more powerful than 100 of us. Because other countries, they won't listen to us. They will listen to our leaders, you know, and it's their responsibility to voice out. They know how to voice out whatever they think is right or wrong on behalf of us. You see? So that is, I think, that's more brilliant way, because whatever we do, we are going, it's just going to aggravate situation. Okay, that is one thing. And another thing, I think what we all should do in our citizen, we cannot stop the adults. You can never, that's why Napoleon said, don't advise the people who's going for a war or in love. These two will never listen to you. That man, the short man, has so much of wisdom. You see, he said, don't advise them because they will never listen to you. Because they are the power. Who are we? Even our leaders are very careful. Liz, you know, lest you overstep yourself and you damage your own country. You see? So our leaders are wise. Okay? They will do what they have to do. We submit, we do our work, and we take care of our country, our people, and our job. You see? That is one thing. Another thing what we can do, since we cannot stop the adults who are fighting, who are for war and all that, we now have to focus on our children. Every one of us, teachers, okay, teachers, your students are your children, and your own biological children at home. We have to nurture them and give them the awareness that war is not solution. Killing each other is not solution. Teach them, like what Dr. Supriya mentioned, peace. Okay, teach them how to solve problem in a very diplomatic way. Discuss, and not, this is not solution. Let it be in your country or even internationally. Don't carry placards and protest by the roadside. This doesn't look nice. We are going to make problem worse, because if you do it, say in your country, the countries, other countries are going to say, oh, this country, this is what happening. No peace. I will not invest in that country. I will not go as a tourist to that country. So who is causing the damage to your own country? You are causing the damage to your own country. So we do things wisely. Leave it to our neighbor. That's what I think, my sharing. That is what I think. Okay. So thank you so much. I think we had a very fruitful sharing today. I will pass back to Dr. Spresha if she has any question, and then to sum up. Yeah. Dr. Spresha?
Yes. Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Mala. And really, your suggestions were, I mean, are very, very useful and beneficial to every one of us as humans. And also, the key point is how to raise awareness to the kids now, because I mean, in all these places where war is on the fire, I would say that they are using the children, they are using the, I mean, the future of their country. So this is a key issue to be tackled by all the educators, to educate the children, the kids in the school, in the neighborhood, in our areas where we live, in order for them to understand that the wars are not the solution to, I mean, to bring peace to the country. But a peace can come only through peace and not love. If we show peaceful minds, and also if we show love to every one of us, I guess that we are going to be in a more close relationship with one another, and also we are going to respect one another more. So thank you, Professor Dr. Esther Mala, for the bright ideas as you usually offer to us. Thank you so much. Now the floor is to Coach Shyama.
No,
Or just to close?
Just close.
Yeah, it's not.
Just to close.
Time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Anyway, we
Thank
had
you.
a very good session, and we had fantastic panelists
Thank
today.
you so
and
much.
All of
Okay,
them was
so-
superb. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can sum up with your comments. Dr. Spresha, you may sum up
Yeah.
with your comments.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
close
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So a special thank you goes to Dr. Binu Thomas and also Coach Shyama for, hosting this very important, very shining, but also very enthusiastic forum that we had today. Though it was different from the other forums that we had, but really it was worth doing this kind of forum because of all of us shared, very important issues tackling the world around. As Dr. And Professor Mala mentioned, so the war is not only settled into places like Ukraine and Palestine, but also in other countries as well. We should be careful while dealing with such kind of issues. So I think that the forum tonight just accomplished the vision and the mission of our organization, which is Elegant Empire Education Organization, and also all the parents and the brilliant audience that participated, but also the panelists and everyone that made their way to come and be with us, but also took their time to be and spend with us. I would like to thank them all for the brilliant expertise that they offered to us. So just to mention a little bit, the key points that were mentioned tonight were like how to, or what are the what is the role of the human in this chaotic situation in the war world that's going around nowadays. So thank you, Madam Jasmine, for coming up with your brilliant idea that really humans play a big role in the society. But also I would like to congratulate Dr. Dennis, who came with bright ideas and projects, sharing projects of his government, how to protect the environment in our places as well. Like, for example, to refuse, to compost, to recycle, and also in order to protect our environment everywhere. Also, I would like to thank Jarab Pajidipali, sorry for the pronunciation, for coming up with his very, very insightful thought that while he says that we should recognize the environment as another victim of war, because really the environment is suffering a lot besides the human beings as well. Like, for example, we have, the victims towards the crops, which are torched, the water wells, which are polluted, the soils, which are poisoned. And there is a lot of devastating consequences that can last for decades. So it's not a matter of overcoming the damages of the war in 2 or 3 years, or even in months, but it is that it will take years and years in order to restore the situation, to bring it as God has created the nature in general. So I would also like to congratulate Supriya Pathak, because she came with a very wonderful issues dealing with the importance of human being in the society as well. So then we should highlight that every one of us in our countries, we should do our best to respect the rules of human rights, because protecting the environment, protecting humans, protecting soldiers, protecting prisoners, protecting ill people in the hospital, which are recently bombed here and there. I mean, especially recently in Palestine. So we see that everyone has his right to live in the in this world, but to live with dignity, to live in a peaceful way. So thank you again to every one of you, and outstanding panelists, I would say, because you gave very bright ideas and insights to make us share with our students, with the parents, with the community where we live all together, to make a better place in the world to live in peacefully and with love. Thank you so much.
Through this transformative learning experience, we aim to equip our audience with valuable skills, insights, and perspectives that drive positive change in their lives and contribute to the betterment. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Coach Yama, you want to say anything before we close?
Yes, thank you. It was very insightful, and we have learned a lot of new things. And I must say that, as everyone mentioned here, though we have taken a small step, still at least our mindset develops, right? So we should carry forward this mindset, inculcate this mindset, peaceful mindset to our students. That's our responsibility.
Yeah, especially the young ones,
as educators.
children.
Yeah.
Yes, they are the future generation. At least
yes,
we can nurture them towards peace and not war.
Peace, yeah.
The adults
First, the
are beyond
mentality,
redemption.
yeah, the mentality. Yes.
Yes, because the adults will never listen, you know.
Yeah.
Their mentality, they have fixed mind. Once they decided, they are not going to stop. We are nobody to stop. So we can only take care of ourselves, our children, and our students. You know, we can nurture them to be better citizens.
Yes, exactly.
Nations for our nation as well as for the world.
As global educators, it's our responsibility.
Responsibility. Yeah. Okay. Once again, I wish to thank each and every panelist, a wonderful panelist. We have chosen very, very good panelists, and that's why today is a very successful forum. Yeah. So thank you again to every one of you. Hope to meet you again. Yeah. We will have our forum twice a week. Yeah, on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now we made a slight change, but we will come back because Dr. Spresha is not available as the usual normal days. So we will continue to have this forum on Wednesday and Saturday. And we are looking forward much to our Dr. Natalia from Georgia to start her forum in January. Now she's extremely busy. Yeah. So thank you so much. Good night, good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. Let me stop the recording.
Thank you.